Hello and welcome to the stream of boop postings. Let's go and post my thing. Excuse me. Okay. Hello. Jesus. Guys. Hello, the Frisky Fox. Welcome to the stream of Fail. How are you? I'm good. Oh, I'm still like excited from coming home from live streaming. Boom. Okay. So yeah, I went to Australia, as a lot of you know, and I had amazing adventures, and that was all cool. So yeah, I'm gonna read my journal today. That's pretty much it. And then I might do a live stream later or not. Don't know. Playing some games because I haven't played games in ages, and I kind of feel like playing some games. So that I'm good, but in pain. Oh no, why? Why are you in pain? So she eyes a shy bean. Hello, Link Cairo, and welcome to the stream of that. You're a shy bean. Why? Why are you shy bean? Be an awkward potato, they're much more fun. Hello, Soulish Yuri, and welcome to the stream of Fail. Hola! Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna read my journal of my adventures in Australia, and I was thinking of I'm gonna start it from the start in this live stream. So this will be the journal. Sorry for those that did watch my live stream yesterday. I'll just it's only like 2 pages. We're all good. Lots of reasons in pain. Aww. Albul hugs. Hugs all people. Yes. So yeah, let's read. Just, journals rule. Yes they do. When I went to South Africa and Borneo, I made journals of my trips there as well. And I just enjoy them so much, especially because I was in a different country, and it just they're just look. I like to look back on them and read them. Everyone should write journals, especially when you go traveling on holiday. It's good. You can write down what you learn in them as well, and then it's really interesting to look back on them and be like, oh yeah, I remember that. It's cool. Kills a good blanket. Kara is better than Sans. Nope. Sorry. Sans girl all the way. Do you guys like the ship picture for this video? We made that. Lou and I made that. Anyway. Oh, hell no. Sorry, I'm definitely Sans person. Rather than murderous child person. Sorry. Okay, let's read this. So, on the 21st of June, Sans beats up Kara. See, Sans in the game doesn't even meet Kara. Don't tell me otherwise, because you lie. Everyone's gonna have a different character that's better for them. Mine is just Sans, so I'm not lying. For me, Sans is better. For you, Kara is better. That's all good. It's all fine. So yeah, I went traveling on the 21st of June, which is awesome. It's cool. we yeah. Okay. So yeah. So I'm traveling on the 21st of June, and I stupidly didn't look at the time that I was going to take my bus. I thought it was later than it actually was. So when I did check the time, the bus had already left by that time. So I'm not off to a great start. I missed my mega bus because I thought it was later than it was. So I had to buy a new ticket. Yay. Did you just assume my gender? No. Boy is universal. Spelled like that is universal. Don't worry about it. Also, brought an empty bottle in hope. I brought an empty bottle in hopes to fill it up with water from the drinking fountain in the airport, only to find there are none. There. What the hell, Gatwick Airport? Seriously, I know I said this in my last video as well, but Gatwick Airport has no fountains. I was like, excuse me? I'm pretty sure there's a law saying that you have to have drinkable water supply in your vicinity, and all of the taps in like the toilets and that was saying not suitable for drinking. So, what the hell, Gatwick? No, bad. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. So yes, a guy point blank ignored me. I was unhappy. Point blank ignored me when I tried to get his attention. He was like talking to someone else, and I politely waited for him to finish. And then they looked at me, knew I was waiting, finished their conversation, and then I tried to get one of the guy's attentions, and he ignored me and walked away. And I was like, oh, excuse me. And he just continued to walk away as I was trying to see him. The blue train stopped at Livestream Station. You need to drink water. Yes, exactly. Do you want to know how much water mods here? Yeah. Blue's a mod, and Nate's a mod. There's not many mods here. We don't have problems on this chat. It's all good. But yeah, do you want to know how much the fucking water was? Considering usual water is usually under £1. You buy it anywhere in the UK. Or you could get big, huge bottles of water for like still under £1 and stuff. The water there was over £2. That's like, what the hell? I had to buy water because I was dying of thirst in the freaking hot airport. No drop kicking characters. Be nice. Just. So yeah, I was unhappy with Gatwick. Keep that in mind. Gatwick charges overprices. I'm actually going to look into that and I'm going to complain to the airport. I will do that. Because I was not happy. I'm pretty sure there are laws against that. What is happening? I don't know what's happening in chat. How much pound in Canadian dollars? Okay, let's work this out, shall we? Pound to Canadian dollar. I didn't spell pound correctly. Okay, so £1 is 1.68 Canadian dollars. Okay, so I like, bearing in mind that most places have a different kind of like price for stuff because of politics. So £2 would be £3.36. Small note of $1 million. Yeah, he needed a small note of $1 million. Buy some freaking water. The pops in that. The pops in that in the airport was something like four freaking pound. So that's 6.73 Canadian dollars. Let's have a look at this in Australian as well. Just because I went there, you know. Okay, so 1 British pound is 1.7 Australian dollars. So 2 would be £3.41. But I do know in Australia a lot of things cost more, so it probably doesn't sound a lot. I don't know. But it was a lot to me, and I was like, dude, excuse me, that's not nice. My small loan of $1.68 million. Yep. Just for water. It's just... Sorry. But yes, after my small loan of $1.8 million, I managed to get some water! Yay! Yes. Apart from that, oh, and I forgot my phone charger. Don't forget your phone charger, people, when going traveling. Dodges the payment for it. Okay. um. Yeah. Apart from that, and forgetting my phone charger, it was all good. Checked in and zipped through security. Hats off to the security guys and the new security thingy for Gatwick, because that worked a lot quicker, and I liked it. And I'd imagine in rush, even when you got like the rush of people, you'd still get through security pretty quickly, which is cool. And it was air conditioned. Yay, air conditioning in airports is needed. Yes. That's rather rude of them to not have water. I'm also pretty sure it's illegal for them to not have drinking water, because every establishment must provide free drinking water if they serve food or drinks, and if they have people for a certain amount of time on average and stuff. So I'm pretty sure it's also illegal. So I'm gonna look that one up though. Throws Trump at you. America. No throwing Trump at people. No one wants that in their face. Fades out of existence. See, yeah, security I was happy with. Security was good. I played the ukulele for a bit and had a bit of an audience, which was cool. I had this little one of my audience was this little kid, and like she was like watching me, like about a few steps away from me, like watching me in awe. And then like I finished the song I was doing, and then offered him my ukulele and was like, "Hey, would you like a go?" And then she ran behind her mum, which was just sitting opposite me in the airport, and was like, trying to hide behind her. And the mum was just like, "Oh, do you want to play the ukulele?" And she was just like, shy potato. It was so funny. It's so adorable. But yeah. And then I was sat at a table drinking my expensive glorified tap water and played a game of solitaire. I played some games of solitaire. I think I won like twice. But yeah. I had a recruiter phone me, a job recruiter phone me, throws a trumpet. Ow, that hits. Don't do that. Also, pull musical instrument. Treat musical instruments with respect, people. I had a phone call from a recruiter when I was about to board the plane, so hopefully we'll hear back from them. Yeah, I heard back from them. We started emailing each other. It's good. I might get a job soon. Yay. Hey, Zelda, it's up to you. What you gonna do now? Oh, no. Whoops. Pat Sashi. Okay. The first flight wasn't too bad. Spent most of the time watching Fantastic Beasts. Fantastic Beasts is amazing, people. If you haven't watched it yet, go watch it, because, oh my god, yes. It was so much better than I thought it would be. And I was like, yas. Flail. Sashi, I'm drawing a decent human. Yay! You have to show me. Show me later. Yeah, Fantastic Beasts is awesome. I also watched Trolls and La La Land, though I fell asleep through La La Land because I was very tired. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Yes. Hoi, Soul Wolf, and welcome to the Stream of Fail. I'll show you soon. Yay! Throws plane at you. That's wrong kind of plane if you're thinking of a flying plane. That's plain as in like this is a plain pizza. Or plain flavor of something. Wait, I'm Tim. I got rushed off the plane to get my legs massaged because I always, when on long distance flights, because of my DVT that I had, I like to get my legs massaged between them, so that my blood flow is good. Toy plane. That's not that. Yeah, plain piece of paper. Yeah, that's not plain. Plain spelt like that isn't a thing. I will defeat you with paper guns. Plane as in like an aeroplane is spelled like this. Plane. It's also a flat surface. Yay! but you're spelling like this. Oh no, not that. That's yeah. Like good plain food. The advantages were plain to see. The beauties of the English language. Hello, Sashiest of Sashis. Hello, Phoenix Gold, and welcome to the stream of film. Throws pen at you. Okay. So yeah, back to story. The second flight, which is actually on the 22nd of June, had very high turbulence throughout the flight, and most of the staff had to sit down and be buckled in. That's how bad the turbulence was for the 13-hour flight that I had. Gotta go, boy Soulwolf. Thank you for joining us on the stream of fair. Yes. So yeah, it was so high turbulence. I hate turbulence on a plane. It makes me so panicky. So yeah, there was that. I didn't like it. We also dropped in altitude at one point, and I thought that we were gonna have those oxygen masks come down. I was just there like, okay, I'm ready to put it on if it falls. And then I was just like, please get me to Australia in one piece. Thank you. And I did get to Australia in one piece, thankfully. Did land safely. It was also one of the smoothest landings I've ever had, considering the turbulence that I had all the time. That's my Aussie's name, but me. Fair. Went through customs and immigration pretty quickly. I was expecting more. Like, I don't know, there was like so many. Like, I've watched like Australian Border Patrol and stuff, and I was like, oh god, like, I hope that I haven't accidentally packed anything that's not allowed. And I like re-looked over the stuff that you're not allowed to bring in the country, which is anything like fresh foods, and anything like that. Sashi, you kept your promise and didn't die. I'm proud. Yay! Do I get a medal for not dying? I think I should get a medal. Then I found coffee, which is one of my friends that was staying with me in the hotel that I had. Not a hotel, the apartment that we rented. It's cool. But then we were trying to find Blue, and we wrote signs because Blue and Blue's mum was picking us up from the airport. Thank you a lot for that. That was awesome. I will give you a medal. Yay! But yeah, I had to. We walked around with bits of paper saying Blue on it. Coffee's awesome. Yes, she is. Sashi, I thought you were the KKK of subs. What? The K's of subs. King of subs? Who doesn't like coffee? Coffee is the nickname of the person because stuff. Because she's the unwanted rebel. If anyone knows the sweets Revels, they're different flavors on them. There's like caramel, fudge, and all them. There's one called the coffee flavor. No one likes the coffee flavor, which is why my friends call it coffee. She's really awesome, though. You showed the passport. I did show the passport. Okay. Oh, you thought I was in the K's of subs, and I'm not that popular. I was really confused by what you meant. No, I'm not that popular. I think I have 277 subscribers right now, which is like, amazing. I told my mum the other day, and she was like, wow, you were like, so she remembers when I was at like 30 subscribers. Coffee Rebel, yeah. She is the Coffee Rebel. No one likes her. Oh. But yeah. So, then we were going to find Blue. Like, she said KKK, and I was like, what? Yeah, like, I don't know why. I see K's like that, I was, like, automatically assume it's something like that. He only has 37. Oh, I remember the day when I had 37 subscribers. Aw. It's okay. Like, your YouTube channel will grow anyway, so don't worry about it. I didn't worry about it, so. Also, where was I? Oh yeah, so we were trying to get a hold of Blue, so I had to get change for a payphone, got hold of Blue, and it didn't give me enough time to actually tell my location properly, so that I could be found, or Blue could tell me her location, so that I could find Blue. Thanks, payphone. That was great. Not. And then, that was kind of funny though, it was just kind of like, hello, hey Blue, and it was like, Sashi? Yes. I am a Sashi. Hello. Especially, do you know box queen? It sounds familiar, but I can't say that I do. I mean, I probably do, but also don't know. I have yet to sleep. So yeah, like, luckily, Coffee had a quick charging battery pack, which was so needed. So I charged my phone, my phone was out of battery. And then I just rang Blue for my phone, which is probably which probably gave me horrendous charges from calling from a UK SIM card. But, there we go. She's on Anya's Discord and has 20k subs. Cool. Don't know. Also, the thumbnail is cute. I know! See, Arabushi. Arabushi all the way. Everyone ships it. It's fun. After Coffee spotting the giant sign that Blue was pointing at. Okay, so Blue, when I actually finally got on the phone to her, I was like, okay, I'm going outside, and she was like, I'm by this giant sign saying Melbourne, and I was expecting a sign as actual signpost saying like welcome to Melbourne or something. No, what she was talking about was giant letters that were glowing that were taller than I was, which isn't hard, but like they were huge, and like they were so big that I missed them. They were just so ginormous that I completely missed them. Someone told me keys once in a comment, and I thought they meant K's. Oh, yeah, no. Be nice to people. Arablushi for life, Arablushi for life. Yes. Yes. Definitely Arablushi for life. You don't understand. Maybe we'll go through it later. Sneezes more. Bless you. Yes, so Coffee spotted the giant sign that I completely missed because it was bigger than I was expecting it to be. And then we finally met up with Blue, and we all hugged, and that was great. And I was like, I am so tired right now, but it's okay. And we talked, and yeah, that was all good. And then Blue's mum dropped us off at the apartment thingy, and we took selfies and hugged more. All the hugs. We did all the hugs. We didn't do enough hugs, in my opinion. More hugs were needed. And then Coffee and I lugged our stuff back up to our room. I didn't unpack until the morning, but I did do a little live stream to say that I was in Aussie land, all safe and sound. Yay! Isn't that cool? Yeah, I got a lot of different live streams from Aussie land, so you can... Sashi times who? Arablushi is Era Sashi times Blueberry, so it's like underswap sounds. But yes, it's good shit. Don't worry about it. I slept like a rock the first night. Oh, it was amazing. And I woke up about 7, 8-ish. And then I spent the morning unpacking and having a much needed shower. Showers after flight. Yes, they're needed. I was just too tired to take one before, and I was like, I'm gonna fall asleep in it, so I'm just gonna sleep and then shower later. Coffee and I then headed into town to hunt for food. Food hunting. Food hunting is always fun. And it was a lot harder to find somewhere that did healthy food. Like, as in, jacket potatoes are not a thing. Why aren't jacket potatoes a thing? Like, in Britain, you could go into any cafe, and everyone does jacket potatoes. Aussie land, ketchup. Jacket potatoes, they're good. Have some. You know, British people have an obsession with potatoes, but, you know, jacket potatoes. So yeah. Like, no, jacket. Jacket is in, like, you putting on a jacket. And potatoes is in potatoes. Yes. They like big potatoes. Let me show you a jacket potato. You need educating Australian people. It's like, yes, it's awesome. Like, you can either cook them in the microwave or you can cook them in the oven. There's not much to look at. But they're good, like, healthy lunchtime snack. Not snack, but meal. And you can have, like, this is a jack potato, see? It's like a big potato. And then you put filling inside it, like cheese. You could put beans, These are not jacket potatoes. These are potato skins, which is when you scoop out the potato bit in the middle, you cook the skins, and then you mix the potato bit with like veg and stuff, and then cheese, and then you put it in the skins, and then you cook it more. Yes. Oh, it's a baked potato. Yes. You had no baked potatoes! I couldn't find a single baked potato in any cafe, and I looked the entire morning until I was so hungry I was like, do you know what? I don't care. I'm just gonna eat anything now. Help, I'm being attacked by the sneeze monster. Oh no. Yeah, so, potatoes. You require them, Australia. Take this down. Take this hint down. Eventually we found a cafe in like a little alley of cafes, which is cool. Potatoes are the worst? No, potatoes are cool. Potatoes are for bonfire. What? No. Well, actually, yes. Baked potatoes on bonfires are really cool. But, like, they could be used as normal meals as well. Yes. So yeah, I found it and I had leek and potato soup. And it was really numb and filling. It was like, nom nom nom. It was awesome. We then started to head back to find a supermarket. We found I had Vodafone, not sponsored, but I had a Vodafone SIM card out there, which was cool. Which is actually the same person that I'm with in the UK, because yes, all the stuffs. And yeah, that was for $20. I could get unlimited texts and calls within Australia and 2 GB of internet for 2 weeks, which was really nice. And then I used up my 2 GB in like a week because I was live streaming. Whoops. We then headed to Aldi, not sponsored. We then headed to Aldi and had a little culture shock of how expensive things were. Australia, what are you doing? Why are you so expensive? God damn it. Yeah, like, when people were telling me, like, Australia was expensive, and then they were just like, yeah, like, the food, like, cigarettes and alcohol are really expensive because there's a high tax on them. And I was like, that's fair enough. I don't smoke or drink that much, so that's all good. And, no. Australia is, if you come from Britain, Australia will be like shopping in Waitrose constantly in like the cheapest shops. I've been fed for 6 years straight. Yay, foods. I'm so tired. Go to bed. Bed is cool. Sleep for the week. Oh no. Oh, I haven't even put my. By the way, I have a Discord chat. How do I invite people? Close. Oh no. Oh, I just shut Discord. Whoops. That wasn't my intention. Yeah, because I did a lot of live streaming from my phone and it resets my what's it called? It resets my description, so my description is very tiny. Discord chat. There we go. Now we can get on my Discord. Cool. I don't want to go sleep. Sleep is good for the soul. Yes. Yeah, where was I? Yes. So yes, I had a good deal on phone. Yeah. Yeah, Australia's expensive. £500 was not enough for 2 weeks. That's all I have to say. But then again, I did go skydiving with that as well. But yes. But says she, no, I haven't slept in 2 days. Well, sleep! Sleep is good. That is a command. Go sleep. Then we talked with Blue and Blay J. Blay J? Blue and JJ! And planned to meet up the next day. I started to feel symptoms of a cold coming, and I was already bitten. Trust me, to get bitten by a mosquito in winter, where it's too cold for frickin' mosquitoes. Like, they just frickin' hunt me out. My blood's apparently really tasty. No, I don't want to go. Then woke up early again and forgot to mention that we had a flood in the flat. Yay. We put our clothes in the wash and the washing machine leaked somewhere. So this morning on that morning we had to check out to check back in. So we had to check out at 10 and then we could only check back in at 2. So we had to take all of the shopping that we just did for 2 weeks and put it in like the staff fridges and freezers and stuff. Which was like, this is a pain. So yeah, the pain in the backside. But yeah, and then we went to yeah, we unpacked our stuff and was out by 11. We couldn't come back until 2. We had planned to go out and spend the day with Blue and JJ, which was awesome. I shall never sleep. Sleep, child. Sleep is good. But like I'd never seen a picture of JJ before, so in hindsight, trying to find people that you don't know what it looks like is difficult. But people knew what I looked like, and I had my bright red hoodie on, and I looked lost as hell. So, like, literally, I was like on the phone to Blue, and like, okay, so like I'm in this location, and then just someone runs up behind me and jumps down next to me because it was like this little ledge, and then they were just like, "Hello, Sashi," and I was just like, "Hi, you must be JJ," and that was really funny. After this, can you read a fanfic with fans? I could do. Could read fanfic. But what fanfic? Dun dun dun. We had, yeah, so we did that, we met up, and that was funny. Yeah. So we headed out, and we hugged a lot, but still more hugs were needed. Not done, but done so far. I'm gonna show everyone Blue's drawing. It's so cool. Nice. Look at that. That's Blue's drawing. Isn't that awesome? I like the hair. The hair looks really cool. Yeah. Hey, what if we wrote some more fanfic soon? If people want spoilers, we could write it while streaming. How about a Sashi reader fanfic? You are the reader. Oh, Sans reader fanfic. I don't know why I read that as Sashi then. Whoops. I was like, there are no Sashi X reader fanfics. You don't have to show it. Yeah. Hello, Pilot, and welcome to the streamer fail. Sub Sash with PU Ellis. Yeah. Ceiling is up. Sans X reader. The problem is like I need permission. I need permission from the person to read the fanfic. On live stream. So yeah, I can only really do stuff that I've done or that someone on the live stream has made and gives me permission to read it. He sleeps on Sashi's lap. I is a tired bean. It pets your head. So good. Never mind. I keep getting distracted. God damn it, guys. So yes, we hugged a lot and went off to explore and find food. I spotted that there was a horse and carriage little tour in the city. Yes, there's a horse and carriage is a way to go around Melbourne. It's $100 for the carriage. So like if you have like 4 people, it's $25 each. If you have 5, it's 20 each. Hello, Wheatley, and welcome to the streamer fail. Need something to make me focus. Cool. Oh, I'll make one. Cool. Do it. Make fanfic. We then got to a role-playing anime shop. That was cool. And I bought some dice. Oh yeah, I bought dice. Oh, the guy that I bought the dice for wasn't in yesterday. As I go to roleplay club every Thursday, which was yesterday. And the guy that I bought roleplay dice for wasn't there. No, I'll probably record it. Cool. So yes, I bought dice, and we found a cat that looked a lot like Arasashi's. normal face, which was funny as hell. I wanted to buy it, but I didn't have enough money or room in my suitcase for it, which was like, no. But I wanted it so bad. I don't know what it was from, but it looked so much like Arasashi. It was awesome. I wonder if I got the picture of it. Where's it going? There you go. So that's the thing that looks like Arasashi. It's just the face. He looks so grumpy. I have an Ensa slash false sleeper. What are they? Who are they? I don't have a phone number. Fair enough. Me. Also, yes. So yeah, I'll leave that on the screen for now. Who found an error? I wanted the error plushie. It's 4 in the morning. Go to sleep. Sleep, child. Yeah. Sounds all cool. Then where did we go? Oh yeah, then we went to this all-you-can-eat place which had vegetable curries in it, and I'm not a fan of spice, as in like I can't even stand a korma, but like the most of the curries were non-spicy or had very 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 little spice because even I could stand it, and that was cool. I could only stand it with naan bread though. Could I read it with you if you do it? Could do, I guess. I don't do planning. I just wing it. Also, it's probably not best to, like, contact me through Peasants Unite, because you might get in trouble. Because people are not going to understand what you're talking to. So, like, yeah, it's probably best either on the YouTube or my Discord chat, which is Sasha Streaming Fan, which the link is in the description of the video. So yeah. Yeah, we found things. We found vegetable curry place. It was all you can eat for like $6 or something, which was really cool. And it was yummy food. And I had this mango puree drink, which was really cool. I wanted so much of that mango. I could have just drank that all day. It was so refreshing. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Then we headed to the park and had a load of fun. Me and Blue and I sat on the hammock swings and played some songs together, which if you watched in the last live stream, we had some videos of that, and that was super fun. So guys, I'm talking to Sashi, I'm not crazy. Lols. Yes. After that, oh no. Where am I? Oh, there we go. Yes, we sang together. It was really cool. And then everyone was singing in harmony, and it was like, this is beautiful. So beautiful. It was awesome. And then we went up to some fields, and we saw a puppy. Puppy was awesome. Cute puppy. Very cute puppy. It was like a little Cavalier King Charles, called Jester. And he was so cute. He was so cute. So yeah, completely cuteness with puppy. It's 4:20. Oh no, go sleep. Wait. Yes, the puppy. He's so cute. He's a little brown and white Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. And then we rolled around in the grass and rolled down hills a lot of times. Every time every time I'd roll close to the hill, Blue would then come running after me to stop me falling down, and then I'd just like roll really quickly and be like, whee! I injured myself a lot. I had like a bruised hip for like 3 days because of rolling down hills, because I launched myself down the hill. Not a great idea. Not a great idea. But yeah. Yes. We stayed there for a few hours and it was starting to get cold. Uh, so we made our way, before making our way back to the, that's why I was stopping you. You were hurting yourself. Oh, but it was so fun to just roll down the hill. I dare you to shout on camera I'm gay. Well, I'm actually bi, so I'd be lying if I shouted that I was gay. Good morning, evening, or afternoon. Hello, Neko. Sashi, it's okay to have fun, but stay safe. Sashi's not learned that yet. Sashi just does things that interest Sashi. Not intentionally, but Sashi just wants fun. And then ends up hurting himself. So, yeah, then we went off, we got this, like, free visual reality experience, which was really cool. About pride and acceptance in Victoria, in the state Victoria, which is awesome. We watched a short video and then made a small video together as a group video, which is fun, about why we were proud to be Victorians, despite the fact that I'm not a Victorian. No. Face palms. Yep. It's his life. And after that, we headed to the last place for the day, which was a few sculptures that looked a bit like a skate park on its side. That was cool. And we played and chatted for a bit there, and I got up onto the high ledge. I was proud. I had to do like a massive run up to be like, boom, and I got up on the ledge. So I win. So me. Oh no, that's wrong one. Sashi times blue all the way. Error Sashi. Error Sashi times blue. Error Sashi. Yes. Blue makes that a distinction too. Error Sashi. Error blue sheep. Now watch. More. So you. After that, we split with JJ and ended up having to go home. We headed back ourselves. Yes. On the way, we passed this dancer, which was dancing to music box music, which was kind of creepy because he was like a robotic doll, and I was like, "What is this?" Era Sash times blue. Yosh. Era blue. She's all the way. Era blue. She. Yay. Yeah, that guy was really creepy, but cool, but creepy. But like, it was like, okay then. And then Blue gave him some money because he had one of those hats out. So Blue gave him some money, and then he speedily walked to the robotic walked to the edge of the thing. And as Blue was walking back to us, and I was like, Blue, turn around, Blue, turn around. And she was like, what? Turned around. There's just this guy in a doll mask, just like, hello, shake my hand. I'm making a comic of it. What, of me trying to stay safe or Arabushi? So yeah, creepy doll man. It was awesome. Like, hats off, he had skill, but man, that was creepy. We walked back to the apartment, stopping in a shop on the way to get some soothers because my throat was getting sore. I was an ill being. I don't have headphones, just go in the closet. There. And when we got back, I made chicken rice dish for us. It was tasty, but could have done with some seasoning and Maggi. Yeah, we didn't buy seasoning until like the next day because we were like, seasoning is needed. But you don't have Maggi, Australians. Get with the time. Maggi is amazing. It's like this liquid seasoning type thing. You can also get it in cubes, but it's the best seasoning. I cut like every dish I make has Maggie in pretty much. We were planning on watching some anime, but Coffee's laptop wouldn't connect to the Wi-Fi. Bye. So I did a pot. Oh, I actually finally did the Pottermore quiz, and I've ended up being Gryffindor. What are people? I'm curious actually. What are people? Because I'm a Gryffindor. Tell me what house you belong to. And if you haven't done it already, do the Pottermore quiz, because it's actually kind of fun. Hufflepuff, yeah, Blue's Hufflepuff. Anya is Hufflepuff as well, and so is Coffee is Ravenclaw, and then Abby, which is the other person we had to stay with us, is Hufflepuff as well. All the Hufflepuffs. I was surrounded by Hufflepuffs. All the Hufflepuffs. So yeah, and then I came up with a fanfic idea, which I need to do, about someone that can't be sorted. So someone that has like strong traits with all the different houses. So yeah. Not a bad thing. No, it's not a bad thing. Hufflepuffs are awesome. Team Hufflepuff go. Can I say that without doing it? That is 100 billion. I'm pretty sure. No. No, that's just a trillion. That number is a trillion. Sorry, very wrong. Or it might be a million billion. I don't know. Yeah. Then we played some Ghostal. Ghostal is this really cool game that was made by a friend of mine. And you play as ghosts and you have to scare everyone out of the hotel. It's really cool. It's a really fun game. We played that. And then we did a tabletop roleplay game, which was awesome. Yeah. Oh no, we didn't do one then. We did one the next night. Oh my, I lied. And then I woke up at about 6 a.m. with high temperature and difficulty in breathing. This day I became really ill. I drank some milk and had a mandarin and took aspirin and tried to get back to sleep, but I couldn't. My my symptoms then worsened, and um, I went down to reception to ask how do I phone the doctors or hospitals. Because yeah, it was that bad. I was that ill. And then I called the on-call doctor because it was like Sunday. And when traveling, here's a tip: check your local area, like for what insurances the doctors accept. Because the insurance that I got wasn't accepted by the doctors, which meant I would have had to have paid $200 to bring the doctor out. So check before you go of the local doctors in the area. You never know what's going to happen. You never know if you are going to become ill. Always have health insurance. Always check if the doctors in the local area accept it, because mine did not accept the one that I had. So yeah, in hindsight. Yeah, but you can't have multiple decibels is the thing. Oh, Kimmy's not on the live stream. Um, yeah. So that was unfun. So that's a tip if you ever go traveling. Um, make sure the local GPs in the area, local doctors accept the insurance that you got. So I was debating calling the emergency number because I was starting to get short of breath then. And feeling dizzy. And then Blue took my journal. Well, didn't take my journal, but my journal was lying out on the table, and Blue written in it, though I'm still as beautiful as ever. Look, Blue wrote in my journal. Where is it? Yeah. There. Though I'm still as beautiful as ever. Thanks. And then I wrote next. And then I wrote next to it with an arrow pointing at it, going, "That was not me. No beauty here. No beauty here." And then I went back to sleep for a bit, woke up still feeling bad, so I called the emergency services. Then they said that I didn't sound too bad and told me to call the GP that I called before. That would have cost me $200 to call out. $200 that I did not have. So, yeah, thanks. Thanks. That was unpleasant. So I didn't end up doing that, obviously, all the beauty. No, there is no beauty here. No beauty here. Do that. Hello, it's Vapor, and welcome to the Stream of Fail. Currently reading through my adventure journal. Yay! So, I had breakfast and headed to the shop to get cough medicine. Yeah, and then I drink cough medicine by the bottle. So, like, I take swigs of it. I don't measure it out. If you want to measure it out, you're welcome to measure it out. I don't. I just take sips because I'm an idiot. But like, both Coffee and Blue looked at me and was just like, "You're not gonna measure that out?" It's like, no, drinks from bottle. So yeah, there was that. And then we went back to the flat and chilled for a bit. We roleplayed. Roleplaying is awesome. And then watched Spirit, the Stallion of the Cimarron, which is an amazing film, and if you haven't watched it, you should watch it. It's on Netflix in most countries, I think. So go watch that. And then I had a long nap until 11 a.m. Blue got picked up by her mum, and then I had a long nap until 11 p.m. And then I woke up, had some bolognese, and was tempted to unpack my things again. And I unpacked my things and didn't go to bed until 1:30 a.m. So trying to get some sleep. And then I woke up feeling a little better. Yay! And I made omelette while Coffee had toast. Then we decided to walk to Blue's school. In hindsight, that might have not been the best decision we had. It turns out Blue's school is 2.5 hour walk away from where we were. So, but it was fun. We passed some really amazing places, and I wish that we were planning on walking back that route on one of the days. So with a camera, because I forgot to take my camera. Intense flailing. Yeah, I forgot to take my camera, so I couldn't take any really pretty pictures. And that was kind of sad. Because there were a lot of really pretty birds on that route as well. But yeah. Then we met up with Blue and JJ and went to a park, and we had a bunch of fun getting dizzy and climbing on things. All the climbing. There's a really cool park that's near Blue's school, which is awesome. And we had a lot of fun. And then we went over to Blue's to give a hand with homework and played with the birdie. Mainly I wanted to play with the birdie. The birdie is cute. The birdie's called Forks. It's pretty good. Then we watched some Sugar Chara. Ruin cancel while you're doing what? No. We watched some Sugar Chara. If you want to watch an anime that makes you feel good and is full of magic and happiness, Sugar Chara is the anime for you. Sugar Chara is really cool. It's about having, like, these inner versions of yourself, and you can change into them. of what your future self will be. And it's really cool. I can't describe it that well, but go watch it. Sugar Char, pretty cool. No, I don't do react to YouTube videos because I'll get in trouble. Sorry. Yeah. And then we had foods before it was time to go home, and not long after I got back, I went to bed because I like sleeping. Sleeping's good. And then I woke up again and did a little live stream catch up on the balcony because we had a balcony and it was awesome. All the balconies. And then did some role playing on Discord, contemplating breakfasts. And we headed into town and went to the place that we went to in Melbourne was called Critical Hit, which is like the anime and gaming shop. It was really cool. I was looking at the prices of Harry Potter robes because now that I found out that I'm a Gryffindor, I kind of want the robes. Cry, but they're a bit expensive, so I was like, no. Then we went to cafe, and then I noticed I took my blue plushie with me everywhere once after I had it, and I actually lost it that day. So we made a plan to split up and reroute to places we went to. Coffee luckily managed to find him. Someone had found him and like rested him up against next to the wall, and then I actually cried tears of relief when she called me and was like, I found Blue, and I was like, yay! Crying. So that was a thing. Well, after that, we were just in time for the train to head back up to Blue School because we were planning on meeting with Anya that day, which was awesome. So we went to where did we go to after? I think it's Chadston. I think it's called Chadston. Speak of the devil, and Anya appears. Hi Anya, welcome to the Stream of Fail. Blue is adorable. Yes. Also, we found this error. It looks like error sashi, so I wanted to buy it but couldn't afford it. I'm going through my journal at the moment. We just got to the bit where we met you, which is amusing. Chadston, yes, boy. So yeah, we went to Chadston, and what was it? We met Blue at a bus stop, and then Blue had muffins. Clive and I, yes, we met Clive. Clive and Anya are tall, very tall, much tallness. So Blue had made muffins that day in home economics and brought them, and there was enough for one each, which was awesome. All the muffins. The muffins are really nice as well. So then we made our way to the shopping district of Chadston. If you go to Melbourne, I would definitely recommend going to Chadston, and at the very least looking around in all the different shops and go to the music shop, because the music shop was most fun, and play on the instruments. That was awesome. Very, very tall. Yep. Anya is a tall bean. So is Clive. Clive's like an extra head taller than Anya, and I was like, what? Just too tall. I remember the first thing I said to you. Yeah, I remember that too. Anya just like literally walks over to us, looks down at me, and was just like, "Oh, you're so small. You're smaller than I thought you'd be." And I was just like, "God damn it!" Yes, I am short. And and then Anya saw Blue and was like, hugs Blue. Can I keep her? And I was like, no, you cannot keep the Blue. No, the Blue is my Australian little sister that is unrelated, but she's now related. Whatever. But yeah, I didn't expect Anya to be so tall. I knew that Anya was gonna be taller than me, but like, holy shit, Anya is a tall bean. And we all had hugs, and it was all cool. Yes. And then we headed into the shopping district, and the shopping district is huge. Chadston is ginormous, and it's kind of for me had the bit of a TARDIS effect, because from the outside it didn't look that big, and then I went inside and we walked around and it went on and on and on and on and on, and it was like, oh my god, there are so many things here. And yeah, I don't even think we've seen like pretty much everything. You didn't take a photo with me. No, we have photos with you. Oh, I didn't take a photo with you because I forgot and I was too busy taking photos of everyone else with you. Where's that photo? Hang on. I found it somewhere. I have got it here. Where is it? That one. There we go. Here's the photo. Yeah, this is the photo. And I lent Anya these are my kitty ears that actually come from Australia. They were made in Australia by a company called Nekachi, which she hand makes all the ears, which is cool. Check Tumblr and submit a comic. I will do that after reading through journal. Oh, see, it's such a cute picture. But yeah, we didn't actually take any pictures together, Anya, which is like, oh. But you can see how tall Anya is. She's also a tall bean. But like, I'm only just taller than Blue. So like, Anya's like a head taller than us. But you aren't in it. I know. Hello, Tom, and welcome to the stream of fail. Yeah, I'm not in it. But that's because I was the camera person, so was taking... Sashi, can we talk on Discord? Of course you could talk on Discord. Feel free to talk on Discord, and I'll every now and again comment about it. Yes, yes you can. So, yeah, unfortunately me and Anya didn't take any pictures together. Oh. Next time I come, we will. Like voice chat. Yeah, you can go in voice chat, that's fine. The ears and boots made me taller. Yes. Also, I made these ears. I made the ears. They took forever, but they were cool. I like them. But yeah, we also went... Where is it? Back to story time. So, we headed to a place called Bubble Top, which was like the UK's version of bubble tea, and they got like these little bubble things, which are flavors. When do you think you'll come next? Christmas. I do not have the money to come Christmas. I'm sorry. I have no idea. Whenever I get a good job. Bubble cup. That's the one. See, I've got it down as bubble cup, but bubble top. That was the question mark. Popping bubbas. Yeah. That was really cool. They had more flavors than we have. Like, there's one in Cardiff of the same kind of style. But, like, Christmas is kind of soon and trip's expensive. It is. And Australia is so much more expensive than the UK as well. So, like, yeah. You have to save up a lot. But yeah, it took us a while. There was so much choice with the bubble top. Cup. I want to call it bubble top. Thanks for sending messages late. Aww. So it took us a while to choose things, and we had some awesome drinks to walk around with, which is cool. Anya took us and gave us a tour of the place, which was awesome. How expensive was your whole trip? Well, the flights I had were about £2,000 for return flights. The accommodation, because we split it between 3 people, altogether the accommodation was $900. No, $900. And we split it between, or was it pounds? I can't remember. 900 something. And we split it between 3 of us, because 3 of us were staying in the place, which ended up being about 300 each, which wasn't too bad for 2 weeks. And I then gave myself £500 spending money, which, that's expensive. It was very expensive. Which, after buying a Mikey card, my diving was about 200 odd. Pound is about $300, so I think about £200. So yeah, I had to buy a Mikey card. Oh, what else? I had to buy insurance, so it was $30 for insurance to skydive, in case anything went wrong. And I was like, knowing my luck, I should probably get that. Luckily, nothing went wrong with my skydive. And I ran out of money. I given myself £500 on my credit card, and I had about $50 in cash, and I ran out of money. So, it's expensive. It's very expensive. I took out another $100 while I was there from my normal bank account. So all in all, it's about 2,000, 2,300, 2,500, 2,000, 3,000, 3,100 for the entire trip, which is like, oh, expensive. And I think for next time, I want to have about want to spend about 4,000, because there's a lot of things that I couldn't do because I didn't have the money after. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna plan next time. I would love to be able to. That's $5,273. Yep, that's a lot of money. You guys are so expensive compared to Britain. Like, holy shit. Like, even without the diving, it's still about 2,000, nearly £3,000 without the diving. Like, so that skydiving wasn't that much compared to the rest of the trip. Australian dollars. Yep. Expensive. So the next time I can do this trip is if I get a good job. Yeah. So yeah, Australia was surprisingly expensive. If anyone wants to travel from Britain to Australia, it is expensive. Seriously save up. For just 2 weeks, I'd spent over $3,000, £3,000. So just keep that in mind. It is expensive. I'm here. Hello, Taiba, and welcome to the Stream of Phil. I think Singapore is more expensive than Australia. I've been to Singapore as well, but yes. Hope everyone gets well soon. But yeah, back to story time. We tangent a lot. It costs a lot, so the next time I come, I would love to be able to come next year. I hope you come next year near my birthday. When's your birthday, Anya? Because I'll try. I can't do much but try. I have had a lot of recruiters message me about jobs that are really good, so hopefully I'll be getting interviews soon and I'll be able to actually get a job. February would be pushing it. February would be pushing it, as I think the flights already would be expensive. Let's have a look, because I would have to fly with Emirates. Oh, let me log in for a second. I'd have to fly with Emirates because they're a good flight to go with, but they're a bit expensive. Let's have a look. Because I got a problem with flights. I got a problem with accommodation, because accommodation is quite expensive. But the most expensive, well, actually, it's torn between. It's just so expensive. Everything's expensive. The flights would be most expensive. Then it's accommodation. If I'm not sharing accommodation with anyone, because if I would have had to have paid that by myself, the accommodation would have been £900. I just forgot my password. I like how this went from a journal reading to, I wonder how much my next trip to Australia will be. Oh, god damn it, I forgot to do it. I would absolutely love to come back. I loved Australia and I loved Melbourne. My birthday's on the 8th of October. Cool. The pick. How is one on my honor? So this is Blueberry, this is Anya, this is Abby, and this is Coffee. So these two are the people that I was staying with. They're friends of mine I was staying in accommodation with, and I came to Australia to see these two people. If you could change any amount, what would it be and what number? What? I'm confused. What about... Let's see if this will let me in. There we go. Let's have a look. Let's see. Book flights. Thank yous. Hehe. So, departure airport would be London. Departing to Melbourne. So what? You said February. See, I'd love to go for an entire month. That would be awesome. I don't know. I don't think I'd have the money for it. If this was about 3,000, so I'd want 4,000, and then I'd have to double that, so it'd be £8,000. Well, actually, no, I wouldn't have to double it. I would have to. It'd be about £6,000 to be there and do all the things that I want. If I went, say, I went for the entirety of February. Economy class, one adult. Let's search. No, plan first. So if I go for a longer amount of time, the flights will actually end up being one of the cheapest. Huh? That's really cheap. Oh, yeah, because it's there and back. So about £7,000. Was it that much? Was it that low? I don't think that was that low when I booked my other flight. Okay, so the flights aren't too bad. Flights are for the cheapest flight, which would be, oh my god, could you stop being a dick? Let the internet control itself. So, leaving Thursday, arriving Saturday. Jesus Christ. 25 hours. Holy shit. That's why they're so low, because they're only really long flights. Wow. Look how long these flights are. Holy shit. Wow. Bye. I'm gonna watch a bunch of anime. Cool. Boy, have fun. Oh, at least the coming back times are more normal. I say more normal. 6 a.m. or 11:30. Enjoy. Yes. Oh no, I know. I should not look. I shouldn't look because then I'll start planning, and I don't have money to plan. I have no money. I ran out of money. Job first. Job first. Get my bank account into not minus. Then I can start looking. But yeah, I can't promise anything for this year because February's quite close. But possibly I could do next February. That would be cool. But I definitely want to come back, which would be awesome. But yes, anyway, back to Sashi's story time. So we went to Bubble Tea, and Anya gave us a tour of the place, and we went to some gadget shops, which were really cool, as well as a large technology store, and it had instruments in the back, and we got to play with the instruments. That was the funnest bit. Go to the instrument store. Well, there's music. It looks like a music and technology store from the outside, but you go all the way to the back, and there are instruments there, and they're really cool. So yeah, we had a lot of fun doing that. We were there for a while and left to explore the place some more. Yes. We got hungry and tried to find some food, but by the time we found some food, because we went there on a weekday, everything had shut. So we ate our muffins, thanks Blue. JB Hi-Fi? Oh, is that the store? Is that what the store's called? It was a cool store, whatever it was. Before deciding that it was getting a bit late, Coffee and I ended up going to Blues again, so we could finish off my cosplay. As I sewed stripes onto my cosplay. It was awesome, and I stole Blue's machine to do it. With the help of Blue and her mum, sewed stripes on my shorts. Yay! Okay. Yeah, it didn't turn out too bad. I could have done better. I could have sewed in a straight line, but nah, straight lines are not my thing. And Blue's mum gives a lift home. Blue's mum helped us out so much. I'm very, very appreciative of Blue's mum. It was awesome. She gave us a lift from home, and Blue fell asleep on my shoulder in the car, which was adorable. Yeah, like pretty much any time when Blue's mum was dropping us back home and it was quite late, Blue ended up always falling asleep on my shoulder, which was adorable. Happiness stripes. These stripes on my shorts. Do I have any pictures of my cosplay? No. Oh, actually, you can see it. You can kind of see it here. These stripes on my shorts. That's what I did. Sashi. Yeah! They were cool. Where's the other picture on? Oh, let's put this picture up. There you go. This is all of us. Well, us four anyway. But yeah. It's adorable. Also written in my book, sorry, not sorry, Blue. Yeah, because I knew I was going to read this on live stream. And pretty much went to bed straight after that and woke up ready for early wake up the next morning because I was skydiving. So I woke up at like 5:30 in the morning, way before my alarm, and stayed awake to not risk falling asleep again and missing my alarm. And I role played for a bit and started hurrying to get ready because I kind of forgot the time. I'm not sleeping. Go to sleep. Go sleep. I had crumpets for breakfast. And not long after, I headed out the door. The bus that came to pick us up was late and made me really worry. I was like, am I in the right place? Is this right? I don't know. Cry. But there were other people waiting at the bus stop as well for the same thing, so we were pretty sure we were all in the right place. And I was nervous tremendously heading up to the place, signing in and kitting up, and then watching like the safety video that we had. I was so nervous and was like, oh god. But once I got in the plane and the plane took off, I was strangely calm, and I had snippets of the video throughout. They recorded me, yay, as I skydived, which was cool. Which that was shown on my other live stream as well, my live stream that I did yesterday. So go watch that. Insert Jack the Killer here. Okay. But I was a little worried again just before, like as he opened the shutter next to me. But I didn't really have time to be worried because it was just like, right, the shutter's up. Need to put my legs over the side. And like as soon as I put my head back, it was like 2 seconds after we started falling, and I was like, oh my god. I look like Sans. I feel happy. So yeah, I was the first one to jump. So like literally, I was sitting there. I was the only one not in a chair because I was sitting next to the floor, from where we were jumping from. So I just had to like literally swing my legs over, which I think was good because I didn't have to move too much. So yeah, awesome. Yeah, sure. This is Blue's drawing. Doesn't that look awesome? That is cool. I like the raised eyebrow. Just like, hello. Yeah, creepy masters. Did Sashi jump by herself? No, Sashi didn't trust herself to open the parachute. So I jumped tandem, so I had an instructor strapped to my back. Also, if I wanted to jump by myself, that would have been more expensive. Yay! Cuteness growing, yes. Yeah, the first part of the jump I did not enjoy. I screamed for a bit until I physically couldn't. Like, we were just falling so fast that I physically couldn't scream. And the acceleration felt like I wasn't going to stop. And that's the bit I didn't like. The initial falling and accelerating until I reached, like, the normal falling speed. I was like, no, do not like. Nope. Like, that was, it just felt like I was gonna accelerate forever, and then splat on the ground. I was like, do not like this. And then we went through going through the cloud layer was really weird. So like, I expected it to feel a bit wet and to get like condensated on or something, but didn't have that at all. Um, it just felt really dense. Is the only kind of way I could describe it. Felt quite like pressurized. Like you went from really low pressure to a bit of high pressure and then back to low pressure. So weird. And then after passing through the cloud layer, you just look out and you see just the entirety of Melbourne. It was amazing. So you were like Arasashi in your shit. I was. You can watch the video in my last live stream, which has got it in it, and you can just see my face like, regretting life. But yeah. And then, what was it? Yeah, the views are amazing. It's so weird. Like, it's like being in an airplane, but you have you're outside the airplane and the wind is rushing past you, and you just look around. Everything is so huge. And I was expecting for like when I watched previous videos of skydives and that, when the parachute opens, even in my video it looks like that as well. It looks like you jolt a lot, and I was expecting something to feel a bit like whiplash kind of thing because you're just suddenly stopping. But it was really really smooth. I don't know whether that was just because of the way that my parachute opened or not, but it was like I didn't really even feel it. I just felt a deceleration and just floaty kind of thing as the parachute opened. And so yeah, and then I got to control the parachute, which was so fun. But falling, not flying. When I had the parachute, controlling the parachute was awesome. That was cool. I enjoyed that thoroughly. I was so happy when I had the parachute. It was like, yes, I'm now safe, pretty much. And then, what do we have? Yeah, when you come to land, you have to lift your legs up, which is really hard to do when you're coming into land until the last, like, 2-3 seconds, and then you can lift your legs up. So I don't know what they do, but something in their technique of landing just like allows you to lift your legs up when before you just like he was like you need to lift your legs up now, and I was there like can't just nope, it's not working. So yeah, I had so much fun. I'd definitely do that again. If you get the chance to skydive, go skydive. Were you a true bird? I was a true bird. After the parachute opened. Before then, I was kind of like a stone. But yeah, definitely. So I took the tram back then to the flat and chilled for a bit. I also had a nap. I napped a lot in Australia. I just was doing so much every day that it was just exhausting me. It's good though. Napping is good. I like naps. Naps are fun. And then we went shopping and made some plans to go swimming for the next day. And I went for another nap. All the naps. Before having tea and then going to bed. Bed. And I spent the next morning trying to find a new bag, and then decided I didn't really need one. Jet lags. No, I didn't have much jet lag, I don't think. I think because the flight was so long, like, and I couldn't really sleep on the flight, so it kind of kept me awake and like reset my clock. So that was kind of good. I also took out more money and had iced chocolate. Iced chocolate is like the best drink ever. That was awesome. Then I headed back to Blue School to meet up to go swim, and unfortunately, one of the pools was closed, as well as the slides. Boy, tea is great to do this. But we still had a lot of fun. Like there was just because it was after school, so they had a lot of lessons on. So we literally had just one strip of the pool. We still had a lot of fun, but it would have been better if the other pools were open and we had some slides and stuff. But yeah. And then we missed the bus stop we had to get off and ended up taking a completely different route around, which took a while. About 2 hours later, and trying to warm up Blue's hands. So Blue's hands would get really cold really quickly. But I am like a heater. So I was literally there just like, hands in hands, warm the hands. It's so funny. It was great. And then we decided it was a little late for me to go home, and I stayed over Blue's the night, which is awesome. And we watched some Big Bang Theory, and then I started falling asleep while watching it because I was so tired. And I woke up early and was taken to the bakery for breakfast. I had a croissant. Croissants are awesome. Yum. And then I was dropped back off at my apartment, and we chilled for most of the day, waiting for Blue to finish school so she could stay over for cosplay. Because it was Comic Con the next day. Why is Blue blue? Because she's blue. Blue is here. Just all the blue. Yes. And then, yeah, when Blue arrived, I then cut and styled my wigs. As I had bought 2 wigs for Ero Sashi, because I wasn't sure which colour I was going to go for. So I cut and styled them both, and then went for the dark one after. Because I had a wig that was kind of the same colour as the ears, but yeah, I didn't really like the wig after I styled it. Hello, Zurika-chan, and welcome to the stream of Fail. Sorry if I destroyed your name. Yes. Yes, blue is blue because blue. Yeah. So I used coffee and blue to style my wigs, and they got covered in wig hair. That was funny. It took quite a while, so we were gonna roleplay that night, but we ended up sleeping instead. It took forever. And then we had Comic Con! Yay! And we got ready and met up with Anya in the morning, and there was a bit of mix-up and miscommunication because she thought we were going into the Comic Con on Saturday rather than Sunday. You didn't misspell. Awesome. Yay. So yeah, she thought we were going in on Saturday, but what we were doing is we were going to the Comic Con and chilling outside, and not going in until Sunday. Because Sunday is quieter usually on Comic Cons, and you've got less queues and stuff to see things. And there's no point in going in both days because one day is enough to see Comic Con. But yeah. Because we found, but it wasn't too bad. So we found one of her friends that she could go in with, so she wasn't alone, and that was all good. And she seemed to enjoy herself a lot when she met up with us later, so that was all cool. So then we went up to breakfast at Subway before, not sponsored, before heading back to the con, and we made a free hug sign and got lots of hugs. Blue got the most hugs because Blue's adorable. But yeah. All the hugs. And then we managed to find some Undertale cosplayers. Like, literally, we looked over to these people that were playing by some trees, and I was like, kinda looks like G-Sans and Echo Frisk. And then Blue was like, yeah, it does. And then we walked over and was just like, hello, are you Undertale people? Yes. Oh yeah, I'll BRB for a sec. Okie dokes. See you in a bit. Keep your hands warm. Don't turn blue. So yeah, we found some Undertale people and we chatted for them, and that was cool. We chatted basically about fandom and ships. It was awesome. And then some of them had to go home until there was only me, Blue, and then we found a little Fel. Little Fel was awesome. She was cool. I met Kara last weekend. It was great. Awesome. Did we see a Kara? I don't think we saw a Kara, did we? We saw a few frisks. Different AUs of frisks and stuff. And then Anya managed to find us then, and we hung out and messed about until people had to go home. And then after that, we went to the ice spa. The ice spa is so cool. It's awesome. And it is the ice bar itself was at -10 degrees. There was a car, was there? can't remember the car. And Asriel. Oh yeah, no, I remember them. False alarm. Yeah, the car. There's a car in Asriel. I seen them. That was cool. Yeah, the ice bar was so cool, and inside they had like ice sculptures and that. It was minus 10 degrees, so it was very cold. And we had like they give you like this jacket and stuff. I wonder if I find a picture. These pictures aren't very big, but I wonder if I could just zoom in. Go. So yeah, they give you like these jackets and stuff and gloves, and everything is made of ice. The glasses you drink out of are made of ice and stuff like that. Man, I wish I could cosplay stuff. You can cosplay. Just make your own cosplay. All of Blue's cosplay is made. Apart from that t-shirt, which is a t-shirt turned inside out. But like, all of the shoulder pads and gloves and everything is handmade. What other picture do you want up? Let's have another ship picture. Ship. There you go. I also met a Blue. Yee, cool. It's hard, bruh. I know, but do it anyway. Oh, and try minus 20, minus 30. Yeah, at that point, can't feel your face anymore. At minus 10, like, after, like, 10 minutes, you can feel your face, so, no, I'm good. I'm all good. Unfortunately, I wasn't allowed to take any pictures. We could only have the pictures that were set out for us, which I was quite sad for, because I wanted to take loads of pictures, but, and after hanging out, we went down to the Docklands, the winter market, and watched some fireworks. That was cool, and I'm lazy. Yeah, that's one of my main problems. I'm very lazy. I then ended up giving my hoodie to Blue because Blue was freezing last time. So I was just in like shorts. I'd put leggings on under my shorts, but basically in leggings, shorts, and t-shirt, walking around at like close to 0 degrees. It was quite chilly. After we got back to the apartment, I warmed up with a shower. I just couldn't warm up. Like I snuggled into bed and was still cold for ages. So I went in the shower and then ate and slept. Yes, Blue is correct. Make a character. Do it. And my friend, it gets very cold here. Yeah, fair enough. But it's kind of the same. Like Blue gets really cold really easily, whereas I'm in Britain, so I've got a bit more tolerance to cold than Blue does. But obviously, people that live in even colder countries have better tolerance than I do. And yeah. But it's all good. We then woke up and got into cosplay. For breakfast, we went to the pancake parlor, which was amazing. Yum. And then on our way back, we had a horse and carriage ride, which, as you can see here, this is us getting dropped off. Pancakes, yes. And we got to Comic Con in style. It was awesome. I got videos of that as well on the other live stream that I did. And we had a browse around. We met up with some more Undertale cosplayers, and even got a bunch of Homestuck cosplayers to play a game with us called the Japanese Challenge game. So I've got a game which basically is like, you split into 2 teams, you have 2 team captains, and then I've got a pack of cards. Well, as a ref, you need a referee, and the ref has a pack of cards which has challenges on it. And you get the subject of the challenge. Like, one of the captains will choose a card, the subject will be said, which will be like either strength, endurance, miscellaneous, creative, stuff like that. And then you'll get that. You'll talk in your teams about who might be the best suited for the challenge. 2 warriors will step forward and they'll go head to head, and the winner gets a point for their team. And it's a super fun game. And so we played that a bit before I helped organise this Homestuck cosplays for pictures. I actually got one of the organisers for the Homestuck crew came over to me and was just like, "Oh, so do you like Homestuck?" I was like, "I don't actually know a lot about Homestuck. I just know that it's a webcomic. Like, I've not actually read it or anything." And she was like, "Oh, but like, you're like really organisy and stuff."
and it was just like, whoa. And so she got me to organise the Homestuck for pictures, and that was cool. Then I ended up having a message from Anya to meet up with one of her friends called Tia, which at the time I didn't actually realise who it was. I just saw it was one of Anya's friends. I didn't realise which of Anya's friends. It is one of the friends I'm actually following on Tumblr, and her name is Tia is a butt. Tia is a butt. Tia is a butt. I think, anyway. Yeah, which I drew fan art of her and Anya because they were talking on Tumblr about how everyone draws fan art of Anya with themselves, but not Anya with her friends. So I then drew her some fan art. Turns out she wanted to meet me. So then we ended up finding her. And we met up. And it wasn't until way later that I actually realized who it was and was like, oh my god, that was cool. So yeah, Sashi had a Sashi moment. And then me and Blue sung together with the ukuleles a few different songs, and we also improvised a ship song, which was really cool. Shipping, Arab Luffy ship. The song was super cute. I so want to just make a proper song now. We didn't write any of the lyrics down, so it was like, no. But yeah, it was so cool. We headed back into the con to have a look around. I took part in a LARP demonstration, which was awesome. And it was super fun. And then we proceeded to find a VR virtual reality create demo thing, and we drew Arab Lushi holding hands. Where's this one? Let me find a picture. Do you have a vid of song? No, unfortunately, we didn't think to actually record ourselves doing the ship song, which was so sad. And I was like, no. We should have just put the recording on. It was so cute, and I was like, ship. But yeah, oh, so sad. Where is? Oh yeah, so we made Arab Lushi holding hands in 3D. I just remember Era this piece, but it's not forever. Oh, it was so sad. It was kind of like Blue. Yeah. It's kind of like Blue just kind of saying that they have very little luck, and then Era's like, don't worry, I can make it okay, we can be safe, and stuff like that. It was so cute! So much ship. So yeah. And we created, Blue drew Era, and then I drew Blue next to him, and they were holding hands. So we took a picture holding hands next to our thing. It's so cute. And I also got videos of us using the VR machine, VR thing, which is in the other video, so I'm not gonna show it here. And then we found a stall dedicated to drawing tablets, and I need a drawing tablet that costs about $200. It's so good. It's basically a wireless laptop. But it's so good. It's so nice to draw on. It's so reactive. And I can lean my hand on it, which is very important because I can't not have that stability. I absolutely fell in love with this one tablet. Where's the drawing for that? There it is. Doesn't that look like I've just drawn on paper? I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. $2,000. Yes, around $2,000. It's an amazing drawing tablet. But yeah, I need to find what make it was so that I can save it for it. Yes. Unfortunately, because we were distracted we drew ships on, or Blue on all of the tablets that we had time to draw on, and so yeah. So yeah, we drew ships and a cute Blue on the tablets, which is cool. But unfortunately, we got so distracted with that we didn't end up going to the silent disco after. And instead, we headed back to the apartment, food, and role-played Supernatural, which is really cool. And Blue had to go home halfway through the roleplay, and after the roleplay, we headed to bed. Do you have an iPad? No. I refuse to buy Apple products. Sorry. I'll get a real drawing tablet. The next day, I accidentally ate an entire pot of Ben and Jerry's ice cream. Basically, what happened, I took out a frying pan to make omelette, and then I'd put the dishwasher on it, and I thought that I'd put everything in the dishwasher, and was like, oh no, like, oh no, now I don't have anything to make breakfast with, while the frying pan's still on the hob. And then I just like went to the freezer and took out Ben and Jerry's, sat down, started eating it, and then saw the frying pan still on the hob, like, oh, I could have made omelette. But I was already eating ice creams. My profiles is my art. Cool. Yeah. So, yeah, I accidentally ate an entire pot of ice cream for breakfast. Then Blue's mum took me, Blue, and Coffee to the wildlife sanctuary, which was really awesome. The weather wasn't too great, it was raining on and off, but we still thoroughly enjoyed our time there. And we watched this cool bird show and got to feed birds from our hands, which was awesome. Where's the baby? Can you find some baby food? Where's there? I look so excited in this one. I'm just like, I have a bird friend. Bird friend. This is my bird friend. He was so cute. And I also always the one there, the bird sitting on my head. Because why not? I had a bird friend. Yes. And we've seen a lot of animals like koala, snakes, wallabies, and others. Mainly I was excited about the birds though, because I got to interact with them. I'm excited when I can interact with any animal. It's great. We took a load of pictures when it wasn't raining. Most of the pictures though are blurry, which is sad because it was like kind of raining on and off. So my camera's finding it difficult in life. We also introduced Coffee to Hamilton, da-da-dun, and we ended up singing it on the way there and back, which is cool. Is there a picture of you with a bluebird? No, there was no bluebirds. Well, there was a bluebird. There was a fairy, something fairy, but it wouldn't come to hand, unfortunately. We had foods back at the apartment and watched a really nice film called The Intern. On Netflix, there's a film called The Intern. It's got Anna Kendrick in it and stuff, and it's a really good film. It's so like nice, good feel-good film. I was a bit unsure about it at the start, but I got really into it. Fairy Wren, that's the one. Who remembers? I don't. We did plan to get up for 8 o'clock the next day so that we could have enough time to pack and get ready, and I forgot to put my alarm on. So, well done, Sashi. Fairy Wren too fast though. Yeah, they tend to be really speedy birds. Speedy bird. So instead we woke up an hour later and rushed to pack everything, and I didn't have time to shower, so oh my god, traveling was awful. I like stunk to high heaven. It was not good. Sorry, I gotta go now. Bye. Boy, have fun. So yeah. We also made a bag for Blue and Blue's mum, because we bought like washing up tablets and stuff for the dishwasher, and we had washing up liquids, and we didn't really want to like go to waste, so I made a bag to give to Blue, and then forgot the bag in the room when we took all the stuff down. So we didn't end up giving a bag to Blue, and all of that stuff we bought went to waste. Single here. So yeah. After breakfast then, I went to pick up Blue, and Blue hung out with us for the day, which was cool. And we all just chilled, basically. Went to a Mexican restaurant and had tacos! I've had tacos now for the first time, and the tacos were so good! So tasty. Tasty tacos. They were real tacos. Nom nom. And then we went to the park, and Blue and I played and sang together on the hammock again. Then it rained for a bit. I was like, no, not the rain. And then we hung out some more outside a cafe and played Shithead, which is this really cool card game. And it was really fun. And then Coffee and Abby had to go to the airport. And so we said goodbye to Coffee and Abby. And then Blue and I got some pastries, which was so nice. Nom nom nom. They have like these red knackwurst type sausages in pastry, like a sausage roll, but like I don't know. It was tasty anyway. I liked it. I didn't like the seasoning they put on top because they had mustard on it, and I don't like mustard. So like I was eating like all under the under the seasoning and everything was fun. And then we talked and read about the role players. Bon Bon Bakery, yes. Oh, it's good bakery. We talked and read about when Erasashi first came out, and we read through the old role plays, and I need to read through them properly again because it was like I was like remembering what we were doing and stuff, and it's good to read through old role plays. I like it. And then we went back to Blues and we built a pillow fort. That was awesome. We built a pillow fort and like watched some Sugar Chara. And then Blue's mum gave me a lift to the airport. We had a good chat while Blue fell asleep again. I had such nice conversations with your mum. It's great. And Blue fell asleep on my shoulder. And when Blue wakes up, it's like you're like Blue, wakey, wakey. And then she's just so disoriented because she was sleeping. It was adorable. It's so good. I love reading through RPs. I don't know why, but I do. It's really interesting. I really enjoy it, so it's not that weird a thing. Saying goodbye was hard. When you say goodbye to a really good friend that you've met. This is where I go sentimental, guys. When you say goodbye to a really good friend that you've met, the flight there and back really does show me the distance. Like, especially be quiet. No. Going to Australia really opened my eyes a lot of how far away it is. Like, you understand that it's a different time zone and everything. And we've always joked about, like, being on the opposite sides of the world. But, like, it never really felt like that because, like, we were still active pretty much when each other were awake and stuff, because it's literally just our time's the opposite. So usually when I was busy doing something, Blue was sleeping, and when Blue was busy doing stuff, I was sleeping. So like it never really felt like we were that far away, and that just really opened my eyes of how far away Australia is, and like stupidity or not, it was making me cry just thinking about how far away some of my closest friends are online. Yep, it's real far. So yeah, I was like crying a bit. I cried while writing this on the plane, and I cried after saying goodbye to Blue and actually heading in the airport. Like I managed to compose myself before, and we hugged and stuff, and that was all great. And we said goodbye. But like as soon as I turned my back, like I'm tearing up now. I heard thunder. Oh no. So yeah, like as soon as I turned my back, I was just like, oh, tears. But yeah. So yeah, it was good. I thoroughly enjoyed it and definitely want to go back, like as soon as possible. And hang out a lot more. Yes. Huggles, all the Huggles. Everyone do a Huggle pile. We need all the Huggles. So yeah, I'm so glad for the internet. Thanks to Seshi. Yeah, it's hard to have friends pretty much on the other side of the world. It is, and like everything else, like I'm so glad for the internet because it makes the huge world a lot smaller. I miss you, but we're still able to talk, which is awesome. Yeah. Yosh. Like the internet gets people connected, which usually wouldn't have the chance otherwise, because it's just too far, and you just without the internet, like you just wouldn't be able to talk to people as easily. So I don't think I actually appreciated the internet enough for what it is until now. Because without it, I wouldn't have met Blue. I wouldn't have gone to Australia and seen all of the things that I've seen and met all of the people that I've seen, and I absolutely loved it. And I want to do it more. I was scared. Don't be scared. So yeah, I really do appreciate the internet now a lot more. Um, and like after I traveled across half the globe to see friends that I met online, and coffee, obviously there's coffee. I hope that I can do this more, meet up with more friends online and re-meet with old ones. It's so weird to see them in real life, but it's a good way. It is. It's really weird. Like, it sounds stupid, but it makes people feel more real when you meet them in real life. Like, even though you know that the person is real, and like, especially if you've done voice calls or like, like you guys watching me on live stream and stuff like that, like, to meet up with people in person is, it's so different, but like, I just don't know how to explain it. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing to meet up with people, and I want to do it a lot more. And it sounds, yeah, might sound a bit stupid, but like, without the internet, I wouldn't know what RPs are. Yeah, with stuff like that, like, it's just amazing what the internet can do for us. And there's so much difference between talking to someone in person and talking to someone in real life. Like, is in real life you're just there and you're interacting and you can actually hug each other when like people are upset and stuff like that. So it's just so amazing. It's such an eye opener. Like, even though like you've got video, you've got voice chats and stuff like that, it's so different. Or it felt, at least for me, it felt so different to be able to talk to people in person and just be able to get excited and like hug each other and flail and like flump and chill and whatever else, like all of the stuff that you would do with people like that live not like a block down the road or whatever. Like, to be able to do all that stuff with people that are on the other side of the planet is just amazing. So I'm really glad that I did this. I don't regret, like, I am now got no money and no job, so I'm working on that. But like, I'm so glad it's breaking. There we go. It's reconnecting. There we go. My internet died. Sorry. Lays on Sash's lap and huggles. Yeah, sounds like fun. Yeah, oh, it's just so amazing. And like, when I was writing this, I was just crying so much. Like, I had people walk past me because I was like, I wasn't in my seat. I just like sat near the exit doors so that I could sit on the floor and have some room and light and stuff. And I just had people walking past me, and I had like people looking over to me, and they thought that I was sad, and I was just like, I'm sad, but I'm also like extremely happy because like I had that chance to go do it, and it was just amazing. Also, I'm gonna show you Z's picture again. Really did the line art. That's cool. Yosh. So yeah, it's just such an amazing experience, and it's been a real, like, I was crying, like having to say goodbye for a while. But it's not really a goodbye because we can talk to each other and stuff. But it's not the same. It's not. Yes. Be closer, Blue. Come be in my suitcase. And just have a little pocket Blue walk because it comes with me everywhere. So good. So this has been a real eye opener for me in many ways, and I'm so glad and proud of the friends that I have. I'm proud. I'm proud of all the friends that I have because pretty line art, yay! Because just amazing people, and just watching people grow and people like just people dealing with things that are difficult and but like it's just amazing. I'm so proud of my friends, and I'm so proud of you guys as well because you are absolutely amazing to live stream for, and I absolutely love it. Not something I can currently control, so you have to. Yeah, I have push and hard push. Thank you, pushy. So yeah. So yeah, what is it? And yeah, I'm glad and really proud of the friends that I have, and you guys mean a lot to me. And even if we haven't met, oh, shit, my screen fell off. Whoopsies. Like, even if I haven't met with you guys
just talking to people online and just you guys reacting to my live streams and talking to me on my live streams. It just means so much. Like, yeah. And more than anything now, I want to meet everyone. Like, my perfect scenario now would be if I get a really good job, or this actually my YouTube and my drawing side kicks off properly, so that I could travel with my job and still work while I'm traveling, then that would be my perfect scenario. And I could come meeting all the people and we could go chill out, and that would just be amazing. So yeah, and I'm gonna do my best to try and make that happen so that I can meet everyone. And I just like end with like, I think I'll leave my drabble here. So thank you for listening, thank you for being there, and thank you for being my friends. Hey girls, I want to meet you too, and I want to meet Blue. Yes. So yeah, that is the end of my journal. And so yeah, big group hugs. All the group hugs. It is just amazing. I'm so glad that I did it. Let's put this one up again. There we go. Hugs. All the hugs. Yush. So, yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for being my friends. Thank you for being my subscribers. Thank you for talking to me. And just thank you for all the hugs. So, yeah. It's all good. Ah, it's amazing. I wish I could live in Melbourne. I could totally live in Melbourne. Like, I was so at home in the city. I, like, instantaneously, like, I could go pretty much anywhere I wanted because I was memorizing the city as I went, and that was so cool. And yeah, it's just an amazing experience, and, like, I definitely recommend it for anyone that is, like, on the sidelines of whether to go travel or not. Go and do it, because it's amazing, and it's an eye-opener, and you get to see different cultures, and, like, even though, like, it was so bizarre, because it's the first time I've gone to a different country where the main language is English, and everyone is speaking English, but, like, I felt and knew that I was in a different country, but it was so weird, because, like, you know when you're in a different country, and, like, you walk past people, and you hear them talking, but they're talking in their native language, and just to go through Australia, and I hear people talking in a different accent, and I love the Australian accent, and just to hear them talking in English, and I was just so confused by that. I was like, what, why are you speaking English for? And it's just so weird, but so good at the same time. And it was just, it was amazing. I could most definitely live in Melbourne. I just need to now convince Skip that that's where he wants to be. But yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. He's too afraid of all the poisonous things. But yeah, if the poisonous things is what's holding you back, there are hardly any in the city. I didn't see a single spider while out in Australia, which I was kind of disappointed for, because I was hoping to see some funnel webs or something. But no, they don't live in the city areas because there's too many people, which is also understandable. So yeah, all these horror stories of Australia's having poisonous animals everywhere are just that. If you go to the outback, there are poisonous animals there and venomous animals, but in the cities, I didn't see a single snake or spider. I got bit by a mosquito, but I would be the type of person to get bit by a mosquito in winter, so I get bit by mosquitoes over here in winter, so, like, yeah, you know. But yeah. So if anyone has any questions about me, or wants me to, like, elaborate any more on certain parts of my story that you've listened to, I am more than happy to talk about it more. Or if you have any questions about traveling and stuff, then I can also answer those to my best ability. Although if you want someone that actually has a lot of knowledge in traveling and how to be a backpacker,
then there's a person I'm following on YouTube called Psycho Traveler, and she's really, really, really good at giving tips and stuff. And basically, all I would be doing is giving the same tips as her because her tips were really good and helpful. The one thing that I do wish that I'd known, like, there's a few things that I wish that I'd known beforehand, which was to do with the insurance. If you're getting health insurance, look in the local area, and even phone them up. Like, phoning through Skype and stuff, it's a lot cheaper than phoning from your phones. So phone them up and just ask them. It's better to ask because you just don't know. I really, really wish that I'd had done that so that I could have called out the GP, even if it was just for the you're fine, because I felt like I was freaking dying again because I couldn't breathe and stuff, but I just had no help from the health side without paying money for it, which is weird. In the UK, like, NHS just hands down is like the best ever. I think people should be getting health for free, essentially, and it should be paid through taxes, because just, you should be healthy, and you should be able to be healthy, and everyone should be doing that. So yeah. And also how expensive Australia was as well. Look at, I don't even know. Oh, possibly a good idea would be to look at the online shops, but put in like the country that you're going to's thing, like UK has .co.uk, Australia has .au, and all of that sort of stuff. You can look up what the end thing is and go have a look at their local shops that you'd have. So Australia has the Metro, which is run by Woolworths. There's Aldi's in Australia. There's a load of other shops. There's a 7-Eleven, which I think is like a Spar kind of thing in the UK. And just have a look, and it'll give you a good idea of what your shop would be if you're doing stuff. And also look up like prices for restaurants and cafes in the area. It's all available to you online, so use it. Do your research of the country that you're going to. I wish that I'd done more. I thought that I'd done enough. Turns out no, and I now know better for next time. It's a gas station. No, I've seen 7-Elevens that aren't gas stations. I've seen them just as shops. Shops. But yeah, go research the country that you want to go to. On that note as well, if you have any questions about wanting to come to the UK, I can probably answer them a lot better than traveling. I can answer traveling to the best of my ability, but yeah. Yeah, if you have any questions about the UK or anything like that, then let me know, and I will answer them. Most here are what I mean. Yeah, I did see a lot of 7-Elevens as gas stations and stuff. But yeah, so that was it. That was that. My adventures were amazing, and thanks to everyone that I met there. And sorry for the people that I didn't actually get to meet, because we just didn't, our paths just didn't cross. I know there's a few people that were in the Comic-Con trying to find me, but as you can see, this building is huge. For most of it, I was staying outside and we were near this kind of area, but or in the grass area by here, because it was just such a lovely day when we were cosplaying, and I'm so glad for that as well. It's so nice. Sashi, wait, I'm gonna do something real quick. Okay. But yeah, so really sorry for the people that I didn't actually get to meet, and all of that. What? Cosplay happiness, yes. The cosplaying was amazing. Everyone should go cosplay. Even if you're lazy, you can put a cosplay together. Trust me, I am the laziest person I know, and I've managed to build a Night Fury cosplay, so, you know, anything is good. So, yes. There was that. But yeah, I'm gonna end the live stream here, because, yeah, I should go make food, and I've got a lot of stuff to do to try and get a job so that I can go more traveling, and that's gonna be cool. Yes. I'm usually my OC without swirls. Cool. Fair. Yeah, I mean, I went as my OC. It's fine to go as your OC. The only thing is, like, when you go as your original character, obviously people aren't gonna know you as well, so not many people will ask you for pictures and stuff. But it just depends on how much attention you want. If you go as a really popular character, like when Abby went as Deadpool, she had so many people asking her for pictures and stuff like that. So yeah, you go as a popular character, you're gonna get loads of pictures, especially if your cosplay is really good, or if you have a unique twist on the cosplay, like she had Deadpool in a wedding dress. But if you go as your OC, then people aren't gonna recognize you as much, and not many people are gonna ask for pictures unless your cosplay is like super high level good. But yeah, maybe one day I'll cosplay as Sashi or Arasashi, and people will be like, "Ah, look, it's Sashi," and I'll be like this. So that would be fun. But yeah, I'm gonna go get a job, and I'm gonna go have fun doing that. Yeah. So that's all good. So thank you for joining me on this stream. Sorry for getting a bit emotional at the end. It was just so amazing, and I miss it already. As soon as I got in the airport, I missed it. So yeah, I so want to do this again. Hopefully it'll be soon, but I'm not sure what life's gonna bring. So we'll see. We'll see. As of now, I'm gonna bid you guys adieu, and I will see you in the next live stream. Bye bye!